1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Abdurrafe Suhail. First, the headlines. The diplomatic corps of different countries in Islamabad have assured Pakistan of continued support to meet requirements of rescue and relief operations in flooded areas. Prime Minister expresses his gratitude to the international community for its sympathies, condolences, and pledges of support to the flood-affected people in Pakistan. Finance Minister says Pakistan has fulfilled all requirements of IMF and the country will receive next tranche soon. Foreign Office spokesperson has categorically rejected the aspersions of having any meeting of Prime Minister or any Pakistani officials with Israelis in Doha. Organization of Islamic Cooperation has reiterated firm support for Rohingya refugees. Asia Cup cricket tournament will kick off in Dubai tomorrow with opening match between Sri Lanka and Afghanistan. And now the news in detail. The diplomatic corps of different countries in Islamabad have assured Pakistan of their respective governments' continued support to meet the requirements of the rescue and relief operations in flood-hit areas across Pakistan. The assurance was given during a meeting of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif with ambassadors, high commissioners, and other senior members of the diplomatic corps in Islamabad today to discuss the ongoing disaster situation in the country due to floods. Highlighting the unprecedented damage and devastation caused by current rain spell, the Prime Minister mentioned that not just Balochistan, Sindh and South Punjab, the torrential rains also led to flooding in the northern regions of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. He said over 900 people, including 300 children, lost their lives and 1,300 others were injured so far, while 33 million people have been badly affected by these flash floods and torrential rains. Meanwhile, in a tweet, the Prime Minister expressed the commitment to build back the flood-affected areas with the support of international community. He expressed his gratitude to international community for their sympathies, condolences, and pledges of support. As part of efforts to mobilize all resources, the Prime Minister said that he met with Islamabad-based ambassadors, high commissioners, and senior members of the diplomatic corps to sensitize them about the scale of human tragedy. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says the government will leave no stone unturned until all flood-affected families are repatriated and provided all requisite relief. Talking to media in Sakkar today, he said 25,000 rupees will be provided to every affected family under Benazir Income Support Program in Sindh and 28 billion rupees will be dispersed for this purpose. Earlier, the Prime Minister arrived in Sakkar on a day-long visit to review relief activities in flood-affected areas of Sindh. He was given briefing on the damage caused by the unprecedented rains and floods, as well as relief and rehabilitation work. A short code of 9999 has been issued for contributing donations in the Prime Minister's Relief Fund. A notification to this effect has been issued by Pakistan Telecommunication on the directives of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. By sending an SMS fund on 9999, the citizens can donate 10 rupees in the Relief Fund. President Dr. Arif Alvi has appealed to the entire nation, overseas Pakistanis, and the international community to come forward for the help of flood-affected people. In a statement, the President said media should play its role to motivate the nation to donate the essential items through formal channels set up by endorsed government. The President said the unprecedented rains and resultant floods have damaged standing crops, affected roads, bridges, and embankments, and disrupted communication and transportation infrastructure, making rescue and relief efforts an uphill task. This is Radio Pakistan. Finance Minister Miftah Ismail says Pakistan has fulfilled all the requirements of the International Monetary Fund. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, he said the country will receive the next tranche after IMF's board meeting on Monday. The finance minister said Qatar's decision of investing at least $3 billion in Pakistan is encouraging. Foreign Office spokesperson Asim Iftikhar has categorically rejected the aspersions of having any meeting of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif or any of Pakistani officials with Israelis in Doha. He was responding to a question during his weekly news briefing in Islamabad today regarding parking of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's plane alongside an Israeli jet at Doha during his recent visit to Qatar. The spokesperson said some media reports are casting aspersions on the coincidence of the timings of the visit of an Israeli delegation with the visit of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif to Qatar. He categorically rejected such aspersions and termed them as baseless and unfounded. Regarding Pakistan's position on Arab-Israel dispute, Asim Iftikhar said Pakistan steadfastly supports Palestinians' inalienable right to self-determination. He said having a viable, independent and contiguous Palestinian state with pre-1967 borders and with Quds al-Sharif as its capital is vital for lasting peace in the Middle East. About India's announcement of the findings of an internal court of inquiry regarding the incident of firing of a rogue supersonic missile into Pakistani territory and their decision to terminate the services of 3 Indian Air Force officers, the spokesperson said Pakistan categorically rejects India's purported closure of the highly irresponsible incident and reiterates its demand for a joint probe. Answering a question, Asim Iftikhar said India is committing grave human rights violations in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir by issuing domiciles and granting voting rights to non-Kashmiris in a bid to convert Muslim majority into minority in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan has strongly condemned extrajudicial killing of Pakistani civil prisoner Muhammad Ali Hussain by Indian security forces in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The Indian charged the affairs in Islamabad was called to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs today, and a strong protest was lodged on the matter. Muhammad Ali Hussain had been jailed in Kot Balwal prison in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir since 2006. All parties Hurriyat Conference says Indian troops are killing innocent Kashmiri youth in fake encounters in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir to malign Kashmiris' ongoing freedom struggle. In a statement in Srinagar, APHC spokesman said aim of this malicious practice is to link Kashmiris' indigenous freedom movement to terrorism and project Pakistan as an abettor of terrorists. He said, however, such Indian nefarious acts have failed to mislead international community in the past and will meet the same fate in the future as well. The Occupation Authority disallowed senior APHC leader Mirwais Umar Farooq to lead Jummah prayers at historic Jamia Masjid Srinagar today, negating the claim of the Delhi-installed Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha that the Mirwais is not under house arrest. Organization of Islamic Cooperation has reiterated firm support for Rohingya refugees. In a statement issued in Jeddah, General Secretariat of OIC called on international community to rebuttal efforts to protect fundamental human rights and safe return of Rohingya refugees to their homeland. It expressed the hope that recent ruling of International Court of Justice to dismiss preliminary objections of Myanmar would contribute to finding a final solution to their constant affliction. The final of Kashmir Premier League is being played between Bagh Stallions and Mirpur Royals in Muzaffarabad this evening. The match will start at 7 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. The opening match of Asia Cup will be played between Sri Lanka and Afghanistan in Dubai tomorrow. The match will start at 7 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Pakistan will play their first match against India on Sunday at the same venue. And now the weather. Rain with wind and thunder shower is expected in northeast Balochistan, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, northeast Punjab, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. Few heavy falls are also likely in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. And that is the end of the news. For more news analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk. And also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.